welcome to the Canadian Scrapbooker Magazine web show. My name is Jackie. On today's show, Connie is going to be working with the Spellbinders Expandable patterns. Tons of things you can do. Stay tuned. Connie, we're just going to jump right into these gorgeous cards that you created using foil and some Spellbinders expandable patterns.
That's right.
And I think that these expandable patterns sometimes scare people because they don't know how to use them. I know when I first saw them, I'm like, what do I do with them? So I'm so glad that you're here today to show us exactly how you created these funky backgrounds.
All right. It's actually, this is a very, very quick and easy card to put together. I started with the Spellbinders Expandable pattern. I'm not actually expanding it here, but you can overlay it. And they come in different designs.
Does expandable mean that you can put one and then another one go like right
yes,
after?
so
Is that what
you can do
okay,
6,
I get it.
or you can make it 12 inches long.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or wide for your page, so
right.
you can make it wider, or you can just keep adding to it as long as you're within the confines of your ground caliber.
There you go.
So, but if you cut it just with a piece of cardstock like this is how it comes out. So you can use it, you can frame it, or you can use your paper trimmer to slice, and then you just get a piece.
I just want to grab one here, Connie. This is what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
The metal.
So there's
the
the
metal
die.
plating.
Here's another die. They come in all kinds of geometric and kind of what they call organic designs, so you can get butterflies and leaves, and they're just beautiful, beautiful patterns. So like I say, you could cut it twice by overlapping it, of course with the same one, but
So you would run it through once like that, and then you would run it through again.
right,
with it
you
there.
overlap it by 1/4 inch and run it through
Run it
again.
through again. Hence the word expandable. Now I get it.
So I was inspired by the typography paper pad from Graphic 45 to create a series of cards with these Spellbinders expandable dies. So I actually just took pieces of the pattern paper, I cut them out, and I mounted them with foam squares made by Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L.
Perfect.
So it adds a nice bit of dimension.
Graphic 45 always has such nice designs. It's one of the companies that it's quite easy to cut out elements from their pattern paper because they have such funky ones.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So the other thing that makes them really special is I use Spellbinders foil. So rather than just cardstock, which is gorgeous in its own right.
And I'm not sure if the folks at home actually knew that Spellbinders, yes, they have foil.
And I think they used to make it in rolls, but now you can buy sheets of all kinds of colors. So I have some bronze and some blue. If you don't like those colors, you can flip them over and have silver.
Go with the silver.
They're really fun, and it makes it look very
They're heavy too.
Special.
They're very heavy.
And treat it just like paper. So what we'll do, Jackie, if we could get the ground caliber, we'll cut something out. So I've just trimmed a piece of foil that I'm going to use on a card background. We'll lay this on top.
Put a little piece of tape. That's what your trick is to cut it.
I always have kind of a piece of tape on here, and especially if you're expanding it by cutting it twice, you need to make sure it's staying
in the right spot.
We'll just try that.
Perfect.
And I find with these dies that are quite intricate, I always add, nope, just go on.
Okay, just go ahead.
Yeah, and then I put on a couple of 1 or 2 cardstock shims just to make sure it cuts all the way through on the first pass, just to make it thicker. So my scrapbooking buddy's doing the cranking.
Yes, I am the cranker. I've been called a lot of things, but never a cranker. It's the first time.
So since she's doing all the work, I thought, well, we can make it hard to push.
Dun da da da.
So what we get is a big mess, actually. You're making your own confetti. So all these little pieces fall out.
Oh, these would be nice actually to save for a shaker box.
Sure. Or you could glue them on.
Not that I would.
If I had used a bigger piece of foil, then it would come out like my cardstock. So I would have to take my paper trimmer and trim along the edges. As you see, it's not fully cut.
Yeah,
or you
so
can
just
take a
move it
little
over here,
craft
Connie,
knife.
so that they can see it. So
Yeah.
this is how it came out when you used a full piece, and then this was the
Yeah. I just cheated and used a smaller piece.
There you go.
So
Okay.
you can use a paper piercer and just poke out all the little holes. make confetti, but you see how rich it looks? And you know, this is basically all there is to it. So you just take one of the expandable dies, you cut a piece of foil, and then you mount it on some patterned paper.
Nice. So now what kind of adhesive did you use to mount that on?
I always use my Beacon 3-in-1 adhesive. So just dab it on strategically, and then it will always stay. And I don't have any patterned paper, so
that's
just
okay.
use your imagination.
Yeah, we get it.
And then I always end off my cards with a piece of my Arts Ribbon. So
Right.
yeah, so I just, again, I use the Beacon 3-in-1. I just kind of put a line of glue it down, and then I just tie a little piece on.
Connie used the Spellbinders Expandable patterns to create that funky metal background, as well as a die and Spellbinders foil. The cardstock is by Coordinations ColorCore Cardstock. The pattern paper is by Graphic 45, as well as the sticker that's in the center. The ribbon is by May Arts Ribobn. The entire layout is adhered together using scrapbook adhesives by 3L, and that foil textured background is adhered using Beacon adhesives. So we've got this cool looking metal-like effect in less than minutes. Fantastic.
Yeah, and a nice confetti pile.
And then you can save that for a
souvenir.
shaker box or whatever. Until next time, take care and happy scrapbooking.